The Endless Golf Podcast, brought to you by Toyota.
And welcome into another edition of the Endless Golf Podcast presented by Toyota. Joining me today is Chris Harrison. He is the Director of Golf Operations at Ruark Golf. And Chris, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Good to be here.
I'd tell you, we certainly have a lot to talk about, Chris. When you think of Ruark Golf, initially you think of all the great golf courses that Ruark Golf has, which is the links at Lighthouse Sound, Rum Point Seaside Golf Links, the two great golf courses right here at Glen Riddle Golf Club, and then Nutter's Crossing in Salisbury. But certainly it's much more than that now. The food and beverage, the beautiful Ruth Chris Steakhouse right here at Glen Riddle. Lighthouse Sound has a beautiful restaurant. And then the new addition is the golf package company. So certainly a lot going on.
That's right. We really expanded our reach. We're kind of a full service resort here. We can handle everything from the golf packages to the rounds to the food and beverage.
And it all started back in 1991 in Salisbury at Nutter's Crossing. And, you know, it's an all-Clark design, a golf course that's always in great shape. And I tell you, it's an underrated golf course, a fun golf course to play. It won't beat you up, always in good condition.
That's right. The greens are always fast. It's a very walkable course. Members love it.
And then the next addition to the Ruark Golf family was the beautiful Rum Point Seaside Golf Links in 1997. And what a great addition that was. That piece of property really is spectacular, and it was just made for a golf course.
It's right. It's 15 of the holes. You can see the water. Great layout. Very forgiving. It's tough to have a bad round there.
You know, I always say that golf course is a little easier than Lighthouse Sound. The next one we're going to talk about. You know, Lighthouse Sound came on board in 2000. And what a great vision that was. I mean, I don't think Tom Ruark, the owner, gets enough credit for his vision. You know, putting a golf course, Rum Point was just the perfect setting. And then the links at Lighthouse Sound overlooking the skyline of Ocean City.
Lighthouse Sound's incredible. It's 18 holes over almost 1,000 acres. The front half has a view of the city skyline. And then when you move to the back, you've got bay views, marsh views, lowland. It's just an incredible golf course.
And it has a great restaurant there as well. It's a great place to enjoy the day, you know, playing a great round of golf and enjoying a great meal or cocktail for sure. And then in 2006, Glen Riddle Golf Club, the first golf course opened here. It has 36 holes, but the Man o' War Golf Course opened in 2006, which began the other golf course, which was War Admiral. And look in the background, that's a good picture of Jim Furyk, who was the designer of War Admiral Golf Course. That's in 2007. And I tell you what a great addition those two golf courses were to round out the Ruark golf courses.
Yeah, they couldn't be more different. Man o' War is an open link style. It's got the hidden tee boxes, and War Admiral is more of a parkland back in the trees. Very narrow, very challenging, but a great golf course all the same.
I will say this, that picture is a great picture. It happened in 2007. That was the day after Jim lost in a playoff to Angel Cabrera in the U.S. Open, so at Oakmont. And you talk about a class act. I mean, he had just lost at the U.S. Open. I remember that weekend when he was playing. If he'd have won, who knows what would have happened.
That's right.
But it was amazing. I think he still would have probably showed up. And he showed up. He played 18 holes, walked the golf course. I'll never forget that day. It was certainly a special day. And you know, the amazing thing was, I remember on the ninth tee box. And for those of you who have played War Admiral, you stay on that ninth tee box. And the head golf professional then, Sean Fishbeck, rest his soul, was caddying for Jim. And Jim asked him, "Where do I hit it?" And he said, "Aim for that group of trees out there." And Jim said to him, "Which tree?" So that's the old aim small, miss small, right?
Yeah. I mean, he loses that tournament, flies across country, comes out, shoots course record. I think it still stands, so I mean, what an incredible
story. Shot 66 that day, and it looked easy. Yeah. I mean, can you imagine playing in the U.S. Open? I guess he felt like the golf course was easy.
Yeah.
And for those of us who played the golf course, we know it's not easy.
It's not easy. But
you mentioned really two great golf courses, very different golf courses. Obviously, the Man o' War link style, and then War Admiral, much more parkland. And I know you're excited about the condition of both of those golf courses this year. You've made some changes. You've continued to improve both golf courses, made some changes, improving some of bunkers here on the War Admiral golf course as well as Man o' War. And just some subtle changes like the bunkering on some of the golf holes, make them a little softer.
Yeah, every year we've got a ton of bunkers out there. Every year we pick out a few and totally revamp them. On the War Admiral side, we did put some Bermuda down a couple years ago. It's about 3 or 4 years old. It's really established at that point. So in the summer, it's a perfect carpeted grass, and then we overseed in the fall and have that perfect year round.
Absolutely. And right here at the Glen Riddle Golf Club, the other thing that you can't miss out on is the Ruth Chris Steakhouse. I mean, what a vision that was. Nobody thought that Ruth Chris Steakhouse in a clubhouse. Come on, is that going to work?
It's such a benefit to the membership here. You know, we were lucky enough to get one of the franchises, and it's been a home run ever since. The standards that Ruth Chris sets, you know, we follow them, and it pays off.
Well, Chris, I know it's a big part of everything that you do in every one of your properties, whether it's the golf or the food and beverage side or even the package company. But I personally know a lot of the staff at all of the locations. And I think one thing that makes the group strong is the people that you have working for you. They take a lot of pride in what they do. And obviously that's true with the Ruth Chris Steakhouse. Everybody's, you know, trained here. They know exactly how to treat the customers. The members feel welcome as well as the guests.
Yeah, and it goes back to, you know, Tom Ruark and the ownership here. We've got a lot of employees that have been here 20 plus years, and they've just really created an environment that, you know, it's fun to come to work.
It really is fun to come to work. I always kid with Devin or even John Good, when you come to work in your offices here at Glenroe, or you're overlooking the beautiful skyline of Ocean City at Lighthouse Sound. Not a bad office, that's for sure.
No, and the history here at Glen Riddle, I mean, it's got 100 years of horse racing history with Man of War, War Admiral. And if you're into that, it's really exciting to be here.
Well, Chris, let's take a quick break. We'll come back, talk a little bit more about the links at Lighthouse Sound and their restaurant, as well as the package company, in just a second, so stay with us.
And now a word from our sponsor.
I love a good adventure, and my friends and family do too. So we all drive Toyotas. Tacomas for my rugged buds, and Corollas for my city crew. And I drive a RAV4 that I take camping, shopping, and basically everywhere else. We all picked our Toyotas because they're reliable and efficient and have amazing resale value, saving us money now and down the road, so we can make every day an adventure. Check out buyatoyota.com for deals and inventory. Toyota, let's go places.
And welcome back into the Endless Golf Podcast presented by Toyota. Staying with me is the Director of Golf Operations here at Ruark Golf, Chris Harrison. And Chris had an opportunity to kind of take a look at the full package of Ruark Golf and what all you have to offer, and just touched on a little bit at Lighthouse Sound. We all know and talked about the great golf course there. The restaurant's a little underrated. You know, people don't think of it a lot, but it has a beautiful view, obviously. The food's great, and it's kind of a little sneaky place to get away and just enjoy yourself and take in the beautiful setting.
Yeah, it's it's a tablecloth restaurant. It's very nice, but it does have a great view of the skyline of Ocean City. It's really underrated and kind of a hidden gem. And
you do a lot of events there. Obviously, I got married there. There's weddings there. There's other events, big tournaments, etc. And also a great little date night. Go place to sneak away, have a cocktail at the bar. Beautiful bar area there as well.
Yep.
And it really is a great place to enjoy. So another one of your locations, which is gorgeous, we talked about briefly, was Rum Point Seaside Golf Links. The food and beverage there, much more casual, a little smaller area there, but that balcony out back looking at the bay and looking at Assateague Island, just spectacular. On those end of the day on those summer nights, just absolutely gorgeous.
It's one of the best places to sit on the balcony and watch your groups finish up. Overlooks Assateague National Island Seashore, and you can see almost 3/4 of the golf course from that balcony.
And a little hidden gem and a little secret over at Rum Point, on top of the clubhouse there is the Crow's Nest. And that overlooks the golf course as well as Assateague Island, and it's a great place to stay. If you're interested in taking a golf package to Ocean City, Maryland, you can go through Ruark Golf. They can book the Crow's Nest as well as a number of other accommodations. You started your own package company a few years ago, going extremely well, and the Crow's Nest is always a favorite for a lot of golfers.
That's right. I mean, we can fit 12 people up in that Crow's Nest. We have groups of guys they'd rather not have 6 hotel rooms, so they'd stay at the golf course of the Crow's Nest above Rum Point. It's a great place for them.
And talk about your package company. You've included a lot of the hotels in Ocean City, but also in West Ocean City as well. I know golfers, there's some golfers want to take in all the amenities that Ocean City has to offer, whether it's the beach and boardwalk. And then some golfers like to stay on the west side. They just want to play golf and enjoy some of the great restaurants here at Ruth Chris and also in West Ocean City.
That's right. We've partnered with a lot of the hotels in Ocean City and West Ocean City to give our golfers options if they want to stay near the golf courses, if they want to stay oceanfront, luxury. We've really got all the options.
And we want to mention too, and really push this. This really is a family business. Tom Ruark and his daughter Kim do a great job with their leadership, and as you mentioned earlier, some of the employees have been here 20 years, and it really, when you go to all the properties, I know John Rudo is a big part of what you do here. He does all the buying for the golf course. So when you walk in the pro shop, I'm going to give John a little bit of a plug here. John does a great job. Every shop looks great. You know, you're going to find something to buy, and it's presented really well. So just a complete business here with the Ruark Golf family.
Yeah, John lives and breathes merchandise, and we get compliments all the time about how our pro shops are set up. He's out there meeting with reps. He knows, what everyone's into. Couldn't be happier with the way John does our pro shops.
Well, I tell you what, you wouldn't be a golf community here without Ruark Golf. It's a big part of what we do here in Ocean City, Maryland. I always call Lighthouse Sound the centerpiece of golf in Ocean City. I really think it is, and it's just a beautiful golf course. But all the other golf courses are great partners and great places to play and stand by themselves as well. So if you're looking to take a golf trip to Ocean City, or you haven't been to Lighthouse Sound or one of the Ruark golf courses, certainly you can do it here in Ocean City, Maryland. Give Ruark Golf a call. They'd be glad to set you up. Chris Harrison, always great having you.
Thank you.
And always great seeing you. Thanks for spending some time with me on the podcast this
Great
morning.
being here. Thanks, Bobby.
We'll see you next time.
The Endless Golf Podcast has been brought to you by Toyota.